Shit's crazy, man. Remember when Ranamaya came out and everyone lost their shit? You remember that, right? You speak English, right? Very little. Do you speak English? I kind of need someone to speak English for this part. You fucking A. What are you, over 31? You know the premise of the show at least, right? Yeah. What's your name, man? What? Roman. That is the most unique Estonian name I've ever heard. I thought you were gonna say like Jan or Tit or something. I only know that name because it rhymes with tit. You're real special with your names. But I find it so interesting that in a country of 1.3 million people, subtract the dirty Russians, 800,000 ethnic Estonians, you are literally 1 in a million. How the fuck is it in a show with 6 people, 3 guys, you get 2 guys named both Kristo? And there's nothing special about them either. There's no English translations for this, so my girlfriend was live translating it for me. And every other word, she's like, Suur Kristo, väike Kristo, Suur Kristo, väike Kristo, Suur Kristo, väike Kristo. Man, and then there was a chick too, and I went to my girl, I'm like, who's that? She's like, oh, that's Sadie. I'm like, what's cool about Sadie? She's like, Sadie on bitch. I'm like, why? She's like, she won't fuck Kristo. Which Kristo? I don't know. You didn't get any of that joke, did you? No, you didn't, because you don't know Kristo. You don't know the fact that Selver had no personality, but Sadie was way too into him. You have no idea how much of my life I dedicated to that single joke, and it did not pay off the way I wanted it to. Yeah, it's all cool, man. It's the same feeling when I told my dad I wanted to be a comedian. He was like, cool. And I'm like, I'll do you one better. I'm going to be the best English comedian in Estonia. And they're like, get the fuck out of my house. One-way street to being a disappointment. But, I've lived here for a couple years. I'm what you classify as an immigrant. I'm trying to identify with your culture. Very difficult. When I lived in the States, was not aware of U.S. foreign policy at all. Bit of an idiot. Hell, I accidentally got a mullet today. I'm making good life decisions here. But since I moved here, I'm very, very clearly aware of who your politicians are. I'm also very well aware of who the fuck Martin Helme is. And let me say, because you look a bit judgy, I'll be honest with you, he is the coolest Estonian man I've ever seen. Because he says what's on his fucking mind. Blacks go back? I guarantee you he has that on a t-shirt. Because think about it. When the Volt driver comes, who's obviously not Estonian, you are not laughing at that because you feel inappropriate about that. But have you ever seen a blonde Estonian biking in winter to bring you McDonald's? No, it's some Indian guy from Taltech being like, do you know where Tartary is? Y'all love judging and racism, but when it comes to being the truth, y'all get very sensitive. It's a bit hypocritical. But he says what's on his mind. When I imagine the situation when Martin's friends come to him being like, Martin, what do you want to do on the weekend? He's like, let's go play pool and drink beer, right? And like, Martin, this is the 17th fucking week in a row. Why again? It's the only game I can still hit the colors in public. The best part is I get to save the black one for last. Now, I believe I have the freedom of speech in this country, but if I get deported in 2 weeks for that joke, we know who cannot take a joke. You figure that one out. No one warned me about your holidays either. Very fucking weird. Very fucking weird. Christmas? Don't get it. You make kids work. You want like chocolate for Christmas? Do a poem, bitch. What the fuck? I grew up on Halloween. If you're not familiar with Halloween is, you dress up as a scary thing like an immigrant. You walk around neighbors asking for free candy, hoping a pedophile doesn't open the door. No one warned me what the fuck Marty Pev was. The one day I have off, I'm gonna get drunk, I'm gonna do me. I get a little knock on the door. I open the door, not expecting 3 little H&M sweatshopper workers at my door. Look at me like, chocolate palon. And I felt so bad because I don't eat sugar, I don't eat chocolate, you know, it's not my thing. So I apologized to them. I'm like, just fucking leave my place. But I really, really respect your hustle as entrepreneurs because they whipped out a payment terminal being like, we also take card. And that's when I really knew to say, don't hate the player, hate the game.